Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. We're talking jobs and employment today, and I like talking jobs and employment, especially when it's technology jobs, because I think there's a lot of confusion with people. This is Allison Weatherly, and she's with the Technology Association of Oregon. And I'm going to do something real fast here for you guys so you don't interrupt my show. So there's a huge thing going on a week from, when is it? A week from
tomorrow,
yeah,
February
so
28th.
The 28th. And this is an opportunity for those of you who want to explore different careers, or your career, but in the technology field, because I think technology, people think of it as the same thing all the time.
Yeah, there's so many different roles. You need all sorts of people: accounting, sales, marketing, graphic designers. You can see the hundreds of different jobs that are actually available in the tech industry right now on OregonTalentMatch.org.
So here's how this works. It's a talent match. It's a time when they bring all these employers together who are looking, actively looking right now for people, right?
Yeah.
And they already know what those jobs are, and they've posted the job, not the company, because they want to protect the company a little bit here. But do you guys want me to show you kind of what it looks like? I can do that. 1, 2, 3. Will that switch it? Okay. Watch this. Okay, so Allison, show me on your computer.
Okay, so here we are on OregonTalentMatch.org, and as you can see, there are current openings listed here. Oops, I didn't want to show you that one particularly. I wanted to scroll down and show you the many different jobs. Oh, darn it.
It's okay, this is live.
Here we go.
Okay, so watch you guys. So see, here's the different jobs that are available. So it's not just high-tech jobs, it's jobs in the high-tech industry. However, there are jobs, graphic designer, you see that on there. So what you do then is you click, let's take one of those and click on it. So here's how you work this.
Okay.
So you go on and you click it, and there's a marketing cooperative, is that what that's a copywriter.
Yep.
So then you go over here and you just fill out the application. It'll tell you what the qualifications are. You fill out the application, you can attach your resume to this, and then you just send it in.
Yep,
and
submit.
then these businesses will then look at these over, and if they're interested, they will get back to you. And then you go to this really fun event where everybody's together. It's kind of like a party, and you kind of run around and you can go to all those different businesses. You'll have an appointment though. You'll have an actual time.
Yeah, you will get an invitation to Talent Match. If you want an invitation to Talent Match, you must submit a resume here on OregonTalentMatch.org. After companies reach out to you, maybe you'll get one interview, maybe you'll get 4, but that is your way into Talent Match.
So you can't just show up the day of this happens. So where is it happening? Is it the DAC again?
It's at the DAC in the ballroom. There will be a number of companies there. They may hire you on the spot if they really like you. They may give you a golden ticket, which is your free admittance to an exclusive happy hour that we're having after Talent Match wraps up.
So how many jobs do you think there are available right now in this? Hundreds.
Yes.
Like hundreds and hundreds of jobs.
Yes, there really are.
So you guys, if you're working in a job and you're not super happy, or you're just looking for a change, this is your opportunity to kind of explore something different, which is what I love about this. And once you get your appointments done, you can still walk around and talk to other people. There's Mason Drews. I think Mason, I think you went to this last year. But they've refined it. Now you have to have an appointment ahead of time to get in, and so it's going to be easier. It's not just kind of running around, meeting up with people.
And that helps the companies too. They're taking, the whole afternoon to meet with you. So if they're dedicating hours of time to try and find the right people, it needs to be organized. This isn't your typical career fair where they're just going to tell you about, their company and maybe some openings that they might have coming up in the future. Like, this is a unique twist where it's more of a hiring fair. We're getting you in the door in front of people that are hiring for current jobs.
Kelly, the date is the 28th, and what time does it start? 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 4 o'clock. But again, Kelly, you have to go online to the website,
OregonTalentMatch.org.
OregonTalentMatch.org.
And you can submit your resume to as many jobs that you feel fit. You're not going to find the companies, remember. It's not going to say, this company is hiring here.
Right.
Some of these positions actually have 3 or 4 companies that are attached to this job. So you might end up getting 4 invitations for that job.
Right.
And you schedule all of them. Make sure that you know that. You only need to register once to get into the door.
Somebody said golden ticket. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's
the
cool.
Golden ticket reception.
Well, the golden ticket reception is fun though, because if you impress these employers at the interview beyond measure, where they're going, wow, they get to give out how many
They'll have one or two
that they can give out, and then you go to this special. We did last year. We got to go do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for work, but Allison and I were doing this there live, and it was really fun because these people got to kind of really hone in on what was going on.
Yeah, it was a nice networking opportunity for them, or to just further that discussion. Sometimes you pick up at that energy in maybe 10, 15 minutes, but you can't spend an hour talking to them. And a typical interview could be an hour, but Talent Match isn't really dedicated to give you an hour of your time with these employers.
Right.
But if they really want to keep talking with you, they may extend that invitation. If you don't get one, you can always purchase one. At the end of the day, there's going to be a small window where you can purchase a ticket into the Golden.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
They didn't do that last year, did you?
No.
Huh. So why is the Golden Ticket event so worth going into then?
Well, you have all the executive level people, we have CEOs, other C-level executives at the tech companies. You have elected officials from the city of Eugene, the city of Springfield, Lane County. Our community partners are helping us put this on. They recognize the need to grow our talent pool, to keep our talent pool here. We all know that there have been some recent layoffs at some certain companies lately,
right.
And this is an effort in direct response to that. We want to keep these wonderful, talented people that have come from these companies, and we want to keep them here. This is a great place to live.
Hello, ladies.
So we're going to hear from them. These awesome, wonderful ladies.
Here we go.
They're running.
Yeah, they're running.
Yep,
okay.
I ran in.
Come on in.
Okay.
Come on in. Oh, you can both squeeze here.
Are we both sitting?
Yeah. You can guys squeeze in here. We'll get you.
Right.
So introduce yourselves, who you are, and talk to me. So you are.
I'm Christina Payne, the Executive Director with Lane Workforce Partnership. We're the local workforce board in Lane County.
And I'm Sarah Means. I'm the Community and Economic Development Manager for Lane County.
So talk to me about this talent match. Why does this work so well? Why is it important for people out there and for Lane County?
I think everyone gets used to what the normal way is to interact or apply for a job, how to get a job. You see a job posting, you apply. You don't necessarily get to interact with the company and get to know what the culture's like or what the people are like. And this provides that opportunity. I don't think there's anything else like this. Typically, we just get used to how the way things have always been.
Well, isn't that the hard part too? Is because if you don't get to see the culture or the people, and getting into that space where you're actually talking to the hiring people, that's kind of the dream,
right?
I mean, isn't that? Because
right.
I remember when I was looking for work, you throw in a resume and then you just pray to God that you might land somewhere, like your name might stand out. This way, you actually get to rub elbows with them and you can impress them, talk with them. And maybe even find out, I don't know if I really want to work there. That might not be my place.
Right.
Culture's a big deal, right? I'm hiring somebody right now, and I've got to make sure it's a cultural fit for that person and myself and the organization. And so this provides some of that opportunity to test the waters of it.
Is that becoming more important, do you think, to all businesses? Is it mostly technology? Is it... That's not what we used to consider. I mean, I'm older than you guys, but I mean, I think that's where some people don't.
I'm gonna say, not by a lot.
Sarah, you can't lie that much. But is that's one of the criteria people are looking for, is what's the culture of the business.
Right, and I think, tech, because of the nature, it's tech. They are used to being out the gates with things that are new and maybe haven't been quite tested, or they're creative, and so this industry was good about testing this with us about a year and a half ago, and now they want to come back and try it again. I think the idea is that we will replicate it to other industries, but it's a new concept.
Right.
So it's one of those things where once we have kind of a proven concept here, something that we think the leaders of tech can say, yeah, I met that person there and it did make a difference meeting them face to face instead of just a pile of resumes, and convincing other industries that maybe they would like to try this. It also gives the industry a kind of a showcase at the event itself. We forget about all these companies that are right here, and for tech, they were the hidden industry, and so the first event that we had really did showcase the industry. Yeah. But I think we forget, when we think about food and beverage companies how much is made right here in Lane County and
Right.
what we produce here.
Is that going to be the next thing?
Well, you know, we
hope
would
so.
hope so.
Yeah.
We you know, it really
Because
is
isn't
industry led.
so TOA is Technology Association of Oregon. I'm sorry, I'm using acronyms, but TOA is really showing us how to do this, huh?
I
How to
think
kind of
so.
bring it
Yeah.
into the next.
It's
the next.
definitely the proof of concept,
Right.
right? Yeah.
And that it's not a lot of the stuff that we do with tech. I think people think, well, that's just the tech industry, that works for them. But it can work for other industries too. Maybe not the exact same way, but
Right.
I think there are some merits in what we've explored with tech that can be used in other industries as well.
So since you do this all the time, hold on, Mason, is this something that's annual going forward? Just started a new job and I'm enjoying, but you never know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this is the second time.
Right.
So it is annual now. You know, you can only have an inaugural first time. And then the second one is an annual. So this is now the second annual, and it may go on
The
from
second
there.
annual.
So
we really hope so. Part of it, you know, you want it to be industry led. There needs to be jobs available. We don't want to hold an event and have hundreds of people coming and I think people have experienced the job fair
Yeah, this is not a job
This
fair.
is not.
This is
There are
reverse,
jobs
right.
available, and I think people have had that experience where there's a job fair. They come with their stack of resumes, and they go up to the desk, and they're like, "Hey, what jobs do you have?" And well, we don't have any jobs.
See-
It's like, why are you here?
Okay, so since I was there last year, you know what I noticed last year? What I thought was really fun is there were people came in and were kind of expecting a job fair. There were
Right.
people that acted; they were walking around like I would at a job fair, and then you saw them interacting and laughing and having fun with all the different people because there was more than one person from each business, and it became so much more relaxed. I
Right.
mean, you could see people after about 2 visits of places, they kind of went, "Oh, this isn't yesterday's job fair. I'm here to kind of interact with this thing."
Well, there's a lot of pre-work that's done. So on the industry side, we talked about they need a job listed. And then on the applicant side, they're screened, resumes are put forth, and so people know that they're a good fit to even come
Right.
to this event.
Right, because you have to be invited. So the thing is, you guys, you really have to fill out the application, and then the person looking for the employee will then notify you and give you. You guys will work out a time when
And
to come in. And
have
show
we
up.
talked about those logistics, like where to go to?
I think Allison did.
Yeah,
Did I
Allison,
do
we
that?
showed them online and
Okay.
stuff like that. So what's the big hope for Lane County now? What are we
I
looking
mean,
at?
it's a great opportunity to make sure that we promote, one, a very important and popular industry for Lane County, and then two, we promote that there are, several hundred jobs available and open and ready to go in this industry. So, hey, our local talent, stay here. We've got
Right.
tons of jobs here.
So when we hear news stuff and headlines that somebody's closing down in the high-tech industry, I think we all tend to want to panic or something. But then that's another good thing about this is there's 200 jobs out there that could be available for people
Right.
in this industry, and we want to keep you here. I mean, that's
Right.
really the thing
we
is we
want
want
to keep our talent here.
Bottom line.
Courtney,
We need this one.
get over here, please.
It's Courtney's turn.
We're gonna have.
I don't think
You guys can stay.
Are
Come
we
here,
all
Courtney.
are we all just grouping
Courtney, come
in
here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one?
Come on
All
in
right.
here.
This is live.
I don't mind
This
being
is
here
how
with,
it works,
with
right?
4 beautiful women. I'm fine with that. So, Courtney, you're from Springfield,
Yep.
and talk to folks about what you do.
So I'm the economic development manager in Springfield. So I work with our companies who are trying to make sure that they have access to great talent to do the work that they need done, make the products that they need. They can expand, grow here. And so this was an important initiative for us.
So, because Springfield and Eugene are working together on this. TOW is not about just Eugene; it's about Eugene and Springfield.
It's about Lane County.
Really about the county.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Southern Willamette Valley. So you guys, this is an organization that puts all these together. So in Springfield, what's the new high tech? Is it still? I was hearing that wood products going high tech is really. I mean, I know Urban Lumber. Seth's a great guy. I've been doing some stuff with him, but there's other aspects of the timber products industry that's moving into high tech as well.
Yeah, or they already did. I mean, I think manufacturing moved into high tech years ago as they started to get into zero waste type of activities where you use every ounce of your product, and so that means they're using, super high technology computers and processes that it looks a little bit more like you're operating a video game than what you expect of a standard manufacturing
Right.
entity. It's
And
pretty
it
advanced.
could be that may be how we, in future rounds of this, I'm thinking out loud here,
Yeah.
but where we have manufacturing and a tech come together at an event where they can showcase how technology is truly used in manufacturing.
Is that still confusing to people? I think we still all think of high tech as a the typical high tech type job.
Right.
We don't realize
we think
that
everyone's a programmer, and
they're not. They're engineers who are running a computer that is doing super detailed cutting or creation of products that are on the floor while they're in the computer control center. It's a pretty impressive experience.
What, human resources? I mean, every business has to have graphic design. They need a public relations person. They need all those other businesses.
We forget about that. But a tech company is not just full of coders, and that's all that's there. They do have all aspects of an organization that when you look at the surface, we do forget.
We do. I mean, every business, at least, you need some level of IT support
and
or
accounting
support, or whatever, legal support.
And they're using applications for everything.
They are
processing HR, payroll,
right?
How they get products out to market.
Oh, Greg or Ginger's saying hi to
you, Christina.
Is that Ginger Vincent? Yes.
Hi, Ginger. And that's funny when you find people you know.
Ginger's a longtime friend, and she moved away.
Well, she found you.
She's not even in Oregon anymore.
Well, she found you. I don't know where these people all come from. And Matt Sayer is with Tao, and he's here. So there we go. So, hey, Matt. Yeah, thanks, man, for helping Allison and everybody get this together.
I love that we have the area of rescue assistance.
You guys, we couldn't. It was too late once we got going. But you know what?
Matt's bored.
I think.
Maybe we need a better angle.
But see, it's kind of. But then you guys have to sit down differently.
Is that going to come?
This is Matt.
There.
Boom.
There, Matt. There's your board. There's your board.
Under the area of rescue assistance.
Right, the talent match funnel to boom.
So the kind of people that should be coming to this are anybody that's looking for a change and thinking this might be an opportunity for them.
Exactly, and if they've registered, they've gone on, they've submitted their resume, they've been invited, and so and I think that's what makes this so unique. You're in the right place.
Right.
You're not there wondering where should I even be here? You've been invited. Someone has said, "Yeah, I want to learn more about this individual." So that's what makes it really unique.
And these are high-paying jobs.
Correct.
I mean, this is not like
family
wage.
Yeah, family wage jobs. This isn't like you're a minimum wager here. These are good jobs, and I just want to keep encouraging people. I think there's just a lot of folks that I know that are going, I want to change. I want something different, and yet I'm into human resources. I'm thinking of a friend of mine. She does human resources, and she would never think of this as going high tech industry as the job that she would want to take. That you know what I mean?
Right.
Because we don't understand. We don't.
Right.
Wouldn't it be fun though if you're in human resources to be recruiting for a high tech firm and finding people from all over with different talents?
And then you start to see the networking that's happening between the companies and even the talent, and where the ideas actually come from. It's these places where they come together, they start to really get creative and flexible about what they see as their future. And so maybe the fit doesn't get made here, but the connections to the next fit get made here. I mean, networking has become almost as important.
Isn't that true? I think people, I never thought about networking groups until I accidentally ended up at one to speak, and then I went and looked around and I mean, seriously, my networking group probably, I bet they brought me $40,000 or $50,000 worth of business last year.
Wow.
I mean, because of those connections.
Great ideas happen there.
They become your sales force, and then you feel vibrant. And I think sometimes people get so bored in their jobs because they're not feeling like it's just the same thing. And that's one thing I can say about high tech and other industries here too is, you go to Urban Lumber and you talk to Seth and you're going, oh my gosh, I want to spend a day, not today, in the cold, in the warehouse, watching those machines. And look how he's using technology to take timber products and make them into super cool furniture for people. And you'd see the furniture, you'd never think about that big saw that he's in the back with that he reworked and made into something different. I mean, and it's not all techie stuff.
Right, and when you think about how a company, a lot of times, especially here in Greater Eugene area, where we have a huge entrepreneurial, I don't know, just groundswell culture. Yeah, very much so.
It's our soul.
Of creating and growing our own. But having a background way ago in human resources, you know those trouble spots that
Mm-hmm.
a company, as they grow, it's fine when it's you and your dad and you're making something in the garage. Then once you have 50 employees, now you're really, up against some things that that having an expert come in. And so if people are thinking about, I could never work in the tech field, there's a need for
Right.
all types of talent.
So Matt's saying, somebody was asking if there's, Drew was asking earlier if there's jobs for sales. And you guys, if you go on the
sales
page, give it to me again, Allison. It's okay if it's live.
OregonTalentMatch.org.
OregonTalentMatch.org.
You can
It's
see
right
it
there.
here.
So go on that
It's on the
site,
whiteboard.
and you guys, you'll
Last
see
time I checked,
all
was
the
there.
jobs that are listed on. I mean,
right there.
it's going to be. It's not going to be details about the jobs, but it'll tell you what you need to do, and won't tell you what company, because the companies need a little bit of their stuff on their own. But Mike, this is perfect for you. This is the kind of stuff where you can go in and you'll have an appointment. You go in and you're going to meet people too. And I think that's one of the cool things about the Technology Association of
Yeah.
Oregon. Well, then you
Meet a lot
also
of people.
how you're interconnected with Sarah in Lane County, and how Springfield's interconnected with Lane Workforce Partnership, and Allison and Matt with TOA.
And how the companies connect and collaborate with each other. I think that's the
Right.
other
Yeah.
piece.
They
You
do.
realize how diversified the tech industry is here.
Except we say a lot in economic development that it's all about relationships. And with this, it's all about relationships, building those relationships and finding those opportunities for yourself and for others.
And don't you think people, I mean, I'm obviously a student of a certain person, but people's why you do what you do is becoming more important than just what you do. And so I think sometimes if you're a human resources person in a job that feels dead end, it might be because your why is not going.
Right.
I'm not there. I'm not this vibrancy. You know, you got to have passion, or what the heck are
About-
we doing out here?
Yeah.
So then you change. You do the same thing you're good at, but you're doing it somewhere where there's this passion that you can't help. I mean, you go to CBX and some of those companies, you're walking in going, "Oh my God, this would be so fun. I just
Yeah.
want to hang out here and
Great
come have lunch
places.
here for the day."
Is that a mashup of
Did we
CBT
talk about
nuggets and
Apprenti
IDX?
at all?
Yeah. That's mine. I'm mixing them all together here.
I just didn't know if you had mentioned Apprenti. So we're launching the first tech apprenticeship, or we have launched the first tech apprenticeship program in Oregon.
Uh-oh. Were you supposed to talk about that?
Yeah.
We're doing that.
I'm
my
talking
baby
about
too,
it right
so-
now.
Oh.
Is
Allison, move in here.
Do you
Get
want
in
it to,
here.
Allison,
There's a
Oh,
hole
just come in
right
here.
in front of
I
the
just
room.
don't want it to be forgotten.
You guys, this is my favorite. This is my ideal job. Look at this. Me and all of them. And we're all talking about stuff to inspire you to do something. So Andrea, very exciting here, a new concept, searching for a job. Boy, times have changed. So Allison, tell about this
So
internship.
Apprenti is the first federally recognized apprenticeship program in tech. And we have it here in Oregon. We're the second state to take it on. Lane County has been brave and bold to get the funding that we need. And Jessica McCormick and I have been working on this for maybe 8 months now.
So Lane
How-
Workforce Partnership and TAO have partnered up to launch this in Lane County.
What is it? So what does it do?
So it's an apprenticeship program. It is you do the training up front. So what we do is we find people that are looking for a new path in their career, and this could be someone that's 20. It could be someone that's in their 50s. Someone that's really bold enough and brave enough to take on training in a new area such as tech. So there are a few different positions that we have training for, and there's many companies who have signed on that want to take on an apprentice. So this program will be doing some interviews and picking the appropriate apprentices, and the companies actually hire them.
Wow.
They don't look at their resume, they don't ask them a bunch of questions about their background or their experience. It's kind of matching that passion, but they just need more training, more formalized training. And so we put them through a training program. It can run anywhere from 14 to 22 weeks, depending on that position, and then they're ready for the job. Not that their training is over. They're going to spend another year learning more on the job, and they'll have mentors within that company.
That's exciting. That's super cool.
It's very exciting. And so Jessica couldn't be here today, or you'd have one more beautiful woman
Oh
standing
my,
here.
that'd be too much. My wife would not let me do this anymore.
But she wanted to let me know that if people are interested, they can go to apprenticareers.org. That they're looking, the positions that are currently have been created as network security administrators, web developers, and DevOps.
DevOps. Yes.
Which is sounds really cool, and I only know the title.
Andrea says that's amazing.
But some of the companies that are already signed on and will be looking for apprentices are Palo Alto, Concentric Sky, IDX, and XS Media. Are all looking
CBT
for
Nuggets.
and CBT
Yeah,
Nuggets. That's right.
which are the companies you said were super
Right.
cool and you wouldn't
Yeah.
see
Right?
them.
And you
See,
wanna
so
work with
there's your apprenticeship opportunity, and I'll tell you, some of them have like really cool lunches they bring in. I know I'm trite, okay, but I love a good party. And Allison and I have drank a beer there at lunchtime before, so I'm pretty happy about that. I outed her.
Yeah, so
So-
apprentice.
Are you applying?
I'm pretty busy with this, and I'm kind of like it. This is my high tech job.
That's it.
This is about as high tech as I get. So.
Yeah. ApprentiCareers.org.
Can
And
somebody-
it's apprenti with 2 P's.
Okay, so apprenticareers.com.
Yeah,
Oh,
and there's Jessica.
Jessica, you're awesome. Thank you.
Put it on
So
there.
that's how you find it. And if you guys, for the talent match, it's the 28th of February. You need to get online today
Yeah.
and register and
Get
get
your
in there.
resume up there, and
Yeah, put it in there. It's all self-explanatory what you do, and that'll get you on the road.
it's super easy.
So will apprenti applicants, are they also going to be invited then to
Apprentice
come?
app, well, we can't invite them.
Okay,
That's kind of a,
That's-
a
that'll
different-
mix it up.
Yeah.
All right, I just
But if
thought I
you're
would
in the
ask.
room, if you
Act
do
like
get
I'm
invited,
online now,
You'll
and
have
I don't know what we're
information.
doing.
You'll have information there.
We'll have information at Talent
Okay.
Match. So if you're
For any-
invited by a company to come and meet with them at Talent Match, and you're in the room, come by Apprentice table. There's going to be a couple other tables in the room that are just providing more resources for people looking for new employment opportunities. And there's going to be other companies that can still answer your questions, even if you didn't apply to a specific opening that they had, but you're just curious about what they do. There's still going to be that kind of fun atmosphere in the room where you're learning more about the variety of tech companies here in Lane County.
All right, you guys. So that's the scoop. So there are jobs available in this community. There is an opportunity for you to change your life, and there's your opportunity for you to do something different and develop and stir that passion in your soul. So, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank
Technology
Thanks for having
Association
us.
of Oregon is our sponsor. Thank you for sponsoring the show. If you do want to check out a networking group, my group, Oregon Networking Exchange, meets today at 3:30 at Dickie Joe's. You just show up, and they'll even buy the first beer for you just to entice you to come. So there's an opportunity to go do something. I swear to you, networking is really the greatest thing. It really does help you through everything. So
OregonTalentMatch.org.
OregonTalentMatch.org, and
Several
it's
hundred jobs.
and it's up there
Super easy.
in there.
30 seconds.
It's in one of the comment sections there for you.
Yeah, I applied. I wanted to see what it did to me.
All of us have been collectively working together to continue to create opportunities for industry and for our job seekers and people who are looking to advance their careers and make family wages. I mean, all of us want to do, when you talk about what brings you passion
We want
to
to be
your job,
useful.
we want to be useful. We
Yeah.
want to make, we want to do things differently, and we want to create opportunities for people in our community.
We
I
couldn't
love
do it
that.
alone. At Lane Workforce Partnerships, the city of Springfield, the city of Eugene, and Lane County, we couldn't be doing that without the support of all of these organizations.
Because you can't grow a community if we don't have all those things,
Right.
or it doesn't grow well.
And we just all learned that, with the limited amount of resources that each of us have within our organizations, we realize if we tapped into each other, you have all this talent
Right.
that gets to work together instead of just tapping on yourself all the time to try to solve all the world's problems by yourself. It's really changed how we look at our work and how we collaborate in this community to make a difference for people.
So you guys, the best thing you can do is now take this, share it on your page, and then put something up on top, especially if you know somebody who's trying to change their life or looking for a new career path or something like that. Just attach this, share it to their page, and let them know what's going on. That really helps us. It also helps your friends and helps people in the community, because there might be people sitting there thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do, and you could just inspire them to do something different. So that's it for this edition of Get Real with Rick Dancer. 4 o'clock today, we're going to be with the Girls Rock, and they're going to be singing on a bus. Don't ask me why I do what I do, but I love this part. So that's
We
going
have
to be...
a band now? Is that what I heard?
No, it's really, really... No.
We can do it.
That's really fun. And we've got tomorrow, here's something for you. A woman in Springfield who's a tattoo artist. She now can, so when women are losing their hair sometimes at menopause, she goes in and tattoos what looks like hair on your head.
Oh, wow.
And she does that for men too. She can take a bald guy, which is not one of my problems, and she can take it and make it look like you have hair. Isn't that crazy?
Bobby
That's
Joe.
cool.
And she's in, it's Bobby Joe. Yeah. So Bobby's a new client. She's
That's
going to do a couple
awesome.
shows with us, and tomorrow we're going to be going in there while she does this to some guy. She's going to be tattooing his head.
I hope he has like a good paintbrush.
Well, you know, we've done it. We've done tattoo artists before.
Maybe he's had tattoos before. He's like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah. And then Thursday we're going to be in the car wash with a couple of tattoo artists from Springfield who have an idea about school safety. We're going to put them on. And Friday, I cannot remember because I'm 58 years old and I will have to look at my books. But anyway, thanks you guys for being here. That was
remembered
super
more
fun.
than I can. I
That
don't
was
know what I'm
super
doing this
fun
afternoon.
having you guys all here. Okay, share this on your page, you guys. We'll talk
All
to you
right.
later. Wave bye. See you later.